The legacy architects, 5 men who shaped America. What if I told you that 5 men built the foundation of modern America? This bold statement sets the stage for a journey through time, exploring the lives, achievements, and legacies of 5 extraordinary leaders. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, Abraham Lincoln, and Benjamin Franklin each crafted unique, transformative contributions that forever shaped the United States. Beyond the iconic statues, currency, and history books, their ideas and actions continue to pulse through the veins of modern American society. Through compelling storytelling, we'll connect their journeys to today's world, demonstrating how their visionary leadership laid the foundation for the freedoms and democracy we experience today. History is not just about remembering dates and events, it is about understanding the individuals who made those events possible. George Washington was not born to lead a revolution, yet his name is now synonymous with leadership and perseverance. As Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War, Washington faced near impossible odds. The army was frequently outnumbered, underfunded, and poorly supplied. But through strategic brilliance and an unwavering commitment to independence, Washington led his troops to a historic victory over British forces. After the war, Washington's role as the father of the nation only deepened. Facing immense pressure, he accepted the responsibility of becoming the first president of the United States. In doing so, he set critical precedents, from establishing a cabinet to voluntarily stepping down after 2 terms. Washington was more than a military hero, he was a unifying figure. During a time of immense uncertainty, his steady hand helped provide the stability needed for a young nation to thrive. Today, his legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of resilience and principled leadership in the face of adversity. Thomas Jefferson's pen, more than his sword, changed the world. As the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson left an indelible mark on both American history and the global fight for democratic values. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. These words are engraved not only on paper, but in the hearts of freedom-loving people around the world. However, Jefferson's story is one of contrasts. He was a man of extraordinary vision, advocating for personal liberty and democratic governance, a philosophy rooted in the belief that government exists to serve its people. Yet he was also a slave owner, a duality that highlights the contradictions woven into the early fabric of the United States. As America's 3rd president, Jefferson spearheaded the Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the nation and solidifying its future as a land of opportunity. His influence extended beyond politics into education, architecture, and agriculture, shaping the cultural foundation of the United States. Thomas Jefferson's ideals continue to challenge and inspire. His writings remind us that the fight for liberty and equality is ongoing, a living mission for each generation of Americans. Alexander Hamilton's life was a classic American success story. Born into poverty in the Caribbean, he immigrated to America as a teenager and rose to become one of the most influential founding fathers. Hamilton was driven by an incredible intellectual fire that helped build the financial foundation of the United States. As the first Secretary of the Treasury, Hamilton faced the daunting task of stabilizing the young nation's economy. He designed a modern financial system, creating the national bank and establishing mechanisms for federal taxation. His belief in a strong central government clashed with Thomas Jefferson's vision of agrarian independence, igniting one of the nation's earliest political debates. But Hamilton's legacy extends far beyond policy papers. His financial strategies secured America's future, enabling it to grow from a fledgling democracy to a global economic power. Tragically, his life was cut short in a duel with Aaron Burr, leaving the question of what more he could have achieved. Today, Hamilton's name and legacy have experienced a resurgence, thanks in part to the popular musical bearing his name. Yet even without this modern spotlight, his influence on the U.S. economy and governance systems remains undeniable. Alexander Hamilton teaches us the power of vision, hard work, and bold strategy in building a nation. No U.S. president faced a test as grave as Abraham Lincoln did. When Lincoln assumed office in 1861, the nation was on the brink of disintegration. The Civil War, a conflict tearing America apart at the seams, became a defining moment not only for Lincoln's presidency but for the nation's history as a whole. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War was marked by towering resolve. He fought not only to preserve the Union, but also to redefine America's moral compass. In 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a visionary step that declared freedom for slaves within the rebellious states. Lincoln also delivered one of the most iconic speeches in American history, the Gettysburg Address. In just 272 powerful words, he reminded the nation of its founding principles: liberty, equality, and democracy, and called on Americans to continue the work of creating a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Lincoln's assassination in 1865 left the nation grieving, but his legacy remains a beacon of hope and justice. He is remembered not only as the savior of the Union, but as a symbol of integrity and courage. Even today, Lincoln challenges us to uphold the values of equality and unity in the face of deep national divides. Benjamin Franklin was a true Renaissance man who wore many hats: inventor, writer, diplomat, and philosopher. He was a bridge builder in every sense of the word, connecting ideas, people, and nations in service of America's independence and progress. Franklin's diplomatic skills were instrumental during the Revolutionary War. As an ambassador to France, he cultivated crucial alliances, securing financial and military support from the French, a factor that proved critical in defeating the British. Franklin's charm and intellect won over foreign leaders, making him a beloved figure on the global stage. But Franklin's contributions didn't stop at diplomacy. He invented the lightning rod, bifocal glasses, and made significant scientific discoveries. He also helped draft the U.S. Constitution, ensuring that his ideas about balance and compromise would live on in American governance. Franklin's wit, humor, and pragmatism infused his public service with a rare humanity that continues to inspire. As one of the oldest founding fathers, his wisdom and foresight demonstrated that age is no barrier to innovation. Today, Franklin's legacy enriches everything from civic responsibility to the spirit of invention and curiosity. These five figures, Washington, Jefferson, Hamilton, Lincoln, and Franklin, built more than a country. They provided a framework for the ideals that define the United States today. Each contributed to the foundational principles of liberty, democracy, and resilience, anchoring their visions into institutions, policies, and cultural beliefs that remain critical to our modern society. George Washington's courageous leadership during turbulent times offers lessons for governing through uncertainty. Thomas Jefferson's Declaration of Independence still resonates as a call to freedom and equality, even as we strive to address its contradictions. Alexander Hamilton's economic foresight demonstrates the importance of strategic governance in building prosperity. Abraham Lincoln's fight for justice and unity inspires us to continue working toward a more inclusive and equitable nation. Meanwhile, Benjamin Franklin's diplomacy and innovation underline the importance of collaboration and the pursuit of knowledge. As we walk the streets, pass monuments, or use modern systems shaped by their work, we are reminded of their contributions at every turn. Their combined legacies demonstrate that history is not static. It is the blueprint we live by today. The stories of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, Abraham Lincoln, and Benjamin Franklin show us that it takes vision, courage, and relentless effort to create the foundation of a nation. These five men didn't merely lead revolutions, write declarations, or propose daring policies. They laid bricks in the ever-evolving structure of American democracy. Their lives are reminders of the sweeping impact a single individual can have. Whether in times of war, peace, division, or discovery, leaders like these shape the course of history. As we reflect on their achievements, let us remember their inspirations. For history is not just a record of the past, it is the tool we use to carve a better future. The legacies of these five architects are proof that progress is built on the shoulders of giants. The task for today is to stand on those shoulders and carry forward their vision for a greater America. Their legacies remind us that history is a guide, not just a story. The foundation they built is our platform to rise higher. Let us honor their vision by striving for an America that embodies their ideals of unity, progress, and freedom. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more inspiring stories about the people who shaped our world.